Hi, you're listening to the Real Work Stories podcast, and I'm your host, Benjamin. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you. And if you tuned in before, welcome back. Now, this is the podcast where I talk about all things customer service, from the customer to the corporation and everything in between. But before I get started, I got to say thank you to everyone for all your support for the podcast. Thank you for all the likes, shares, comments, downloads. I appreciate it. I only say it every episode because I mean it every episode. And if you don't already follow me on Facebook and Instagram, make sure you do so at Real Work Stories Podcast. That's where you're going to find out about topics, episode snippets, discussions, and more. And on today, I am back with another episode about pet peeves, because I haven't talked about these in a while. And I told y'all, I have way too many of these, and I could do this all day long. So like, when customers act like they can't hear me and then ask me to speak louder, or they say that silly thing where they be like, can you turn your headset up? It's like, I really don't think you understand how headsets and volumes work, but that's not how this goes. And then here's the funny thing. What I actually end up doing is like not changing my voice at all, but I just ask them like 4 or 5 times, like, is that better? Is that better? And eventually they'd be like, yes, that's better. Like, you just need to keep doing whatever you're doing now. And I'm like, same thing I was doing this whole time, but keep going off, you know? Yeah. I don't get it. I didn't do anything. It's a placebo. I literally didn't do anything. Or, you know, I hate when customers tell me that something that the company sent to them is wrong. And here's why. Let me explain. Customer get a letter in the mail and say something like, hey, we just want to notify you, your payment was late. You know, customer call in and be like, y'all sent me this notice in the mail telling me my payment was late. My payment wasn't late. I pull up the account. I'm like, let's see. Okay, your due date was the 5th. Your payment wasn't made until the 8th. That's a late payment. Anything made after the 5th is considered late. That's why we sent you the notice to tell you that the payment was late. And then here's what they do. Well, see, the reason why it was late is because... No. Here's the thing. I couldn't care less about why. The letter that we sent you didn't ask you to explain why the payment was late, because the explanation is irrelevant. The point is, you were late. So we sent you a letter to tell you that you were late. So you calling me to tell me that this letter is wrong is actually a waste of your breath, because we're not actually wrong. Your payment was late. You just want to try to find a way to justify it. That I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't care about your justification. Run me my money. That's what you can do. Run me my money. Straight like that. Okay? My next pet peeve, and I don't get this one. This one really bothers me. And you would think after working in customer service for all these years, it wouldn't bother me. But I don't like when customers keep asking me the same question over and over again. And over and over again. And over and over again. Like, I know it happens, and it happens all the time. I still don't like it. Because the problem is that I have with this is they ask you the same question, and it's almost as if they don't believe what you said when you first answered the question. So let me say it like this. The customer would be like, when is my package going to be delivered? Okay, cool. No problem. Let me look it up real quick. It says here your package will be delivered on Tuesday. You said my package going to be delivered on Tuesday? Yes, sir. Your package will be delivered on Tuesday. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It says delivery scheduled for Tuesday. You know, we actually sent you an email that has the same tracking number in it, so you can actually track it yourself, and it'll tell you that your package is going to be delivered on Tuesday. That don't sound right. How you know they're gonna deliver it on Tuesday? Stupid. I mean, sir, it's because the shipper told us that they're gonna deliver the package on Tuesday. That don't sound right. Something ain't right about that. What in tarnations ain't right, sir? Please explain to me what's so wrong about your package being delivered on Tuesday. Now, if you got a problem with that, call the shipper. But you constantly asking me if your package is actually going to be delivered on Tuesday isn't going to change anything about your package actually being delivered on Tuesday. That's all I'm saying. Like, and here's my next biggest problem. Like, what was the purpose of calling me? To ask me when your package was going to be delivered when you knew that you were just going to argue with me about me being wrong the whole time. Like, it didn't really matter what I said. I could have said Tuesday. I could have said Monday. I could have said Saturday. It wouldn't have mattered. You just want to argue. And I don't understand that. Like, find something better to do with your time than to argue with me about something that I already told you. But you want to keep asking me the same question over and over again. Anyway, waste your time. I couldn't care less because I'm gonna get paid for it either way. But find something better to do with your time. Okay. My next pet peeve. This one might be a little bit petty, and I don't even care. But it's when customers say, you know, I'm calling back because I want to file a complaint because the last person hung up in my face. No, they didn't. They hung up in your ear. Okay, so stop with this hung up in your face crap. They hung up in your ear because the phone is up to your ear. Okay. Anyway, my next pet peeve is like when customers say, I don't even know how to phrase this one. It's that situation when you ask a customer for like a couple different things that you can use to try to help them, and they won't tell you the piece that they have, but they tell you the piece they don't have. So you'll be like, okay, can I have, you know, either your account number or your first and last name and your address so I can pull up your account? And they'd be like, well, I don't have my account number, but could you use my first and last name and my address? Yes, silly goose, because I just told you I could use that. Like, why would you ask me again if I can use the thing that I already told you I could use? Just tell me what I need to know. And then to add just nails to the chalkboard, what they love to do is like try to be particular about what information they want to give you. Be like, okay, do you want my first and last name first, or do you want my address first? I'm like, whichever one you want to give me first, it really doesn't matter. But which one do you have to type in first? Beulah, it don't matter. I just need your first and last name and your address. That's all I need. Just tell me that. Well, how about I just go in the room and find you the account number? I think that'd be simpler. Why didn't you just do that the first time? Or you could just tell me your first and last name and your address. Like, you complicating this for no reason. You making this a whole lot worse and harder than it has to be for both me and yourself. But again, I kind of don't care because I'm getting paid for it. But this doesn't have to take all day. You knew you was calling me. You should have had that doggone account number when you picked up the phone. Anyway, my next pet peeve. And speaking of picking up the phone, how about take me off speaker when you call? I don't want to hear my voice echo during the phone call. Number one, it's awkward. Because now I'm talking and listening to myself talk while I'm talking. It's kind of weird because now it's throwing me off of what I'm saying because I'm trying not to hear myself say what I'm saying. But you don't want got me on speakerphone. And then when they have you on speaker, they ask you that stupid question like, do you hear an echo in the phone? No, stupid. Everybody hears the echo. Everybody. The people down the street can hear the echo on this phone. Why? Because you got me on speaker. Take me off speaker. Just take me off. Just take me off. It'll make this conversation go a whole lot smoother. I promise you it will. I promise you it will. Anyway, my next pet peeve. I don't like it when customers make a super huge, mega big deal out of something on their account and you fix it Like, you come in and you tackle this monumental problem that they have. You level this thing out, you make it smooth, make it real plain for them, make it real easy. And then they don't even have the common decency to say thank you. That grinds my everlasting gears, because I'm like, okay, you called in hooping and hollering, you need a hero to come save the situation. Boom, dun 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 dun, here I come. All heroes don't wear capes, some of us wear headsets, okay? Like, customers call into the bank, all the time. They want fees waived, and they gotta cry and holler and scream about, oh, this my gas money for the week. This how I'm gonna feed my kids. And I ain't saying that ain't people's situations, but I'm just saying this is the type of stuff they hoop and holler about. I need gas money for the week. I gotta feed my kids. I gotta figure out a way to pay this tuition. I gotta, all the things they need to have done with all this money, right? So you go in, looking at stuff, you make a big situation seem small. You waive all the fees, you give them all the refunds, all that stuff. And then as soon as you're done, you tell them that, all right, the refund's back in your account. Your new balance is X, Y, Z. They be like, all right, bye. Like, the least you could do is pretend to have the same or some type of gratitude when you made this big scene about the situation. You didn't even have to make the scene. You could have just been like, hey man, can I get these back? Can I get a refund? Cause see, if you come in like that, you come in all on the soft tip, like, yo, can I get a refund for this? And then you get the refund and you be like, all right, bye. I ain't even mad at that, because you gave me that same energy this whole time. But you done hooped and hollered and cried and screamed and yelled and kicked and cried wolf, and you can't even say thank you. Y'all better be lucky that where I work at right now, I don't have a reverse button. Because if I could reverse the stuff that I do sometimes, I certainly do it. But I ain't gonna make a mountain out of a molehill on that. My next pet peeve is when customers call into customer service. They ask you to do something and then threaten you in the same sentence. And the problem that I have is the request never matches the level of the threat. They'll call in and be like, I want to know my account balance right now. And if you're not going to tell me my account balance, if you're going to give me a hard time about it, I'm going to just call the BBB. Like, well, hold up. Slow your roll, Sharon. Calm down. First of all, you could have got your balance 9 different ways without talking to a single person. But you got me on the phone. Like, what? How did we get from balance to the BBB? Bruh, like, I don't even have your name yet. Like, just say you want to know your account balance. Like, I didn't need to know you gonna call the BBB, because either A, you're not gonna call, or B, it ain't gonna do nothing if you do call. I want to know what that phone call would sound like. Yeah, thanks for calling the BBB. How can I help you? Yeah, my bank wouldn't answer my question when I asked them how much my balance was. Click. Like, no, nobody in their right mind is gonna take that complaint seriously, man. Like, dog, there's 100 million other things we got to worry about today. You mad because somebody wouldn't tell you your balance? You ain't give them a chance. Just take that attitude off and just give me a chance. Like, just chill out. Like, calm down. Okay? And you know what? My next pet peeve is when customers try to shine on me in public, or especially like in front of a group of people. But you know what? Now that I think about it, this one actually might not be a pet peeve, because usually this one backfires. Yeah, usually this one kind of backfires, because the customer would be like, why y'all declining my debit card? I need to know right now. I got $100,000 in this bank account. Why are you declining my card? This is stupid. Like, I got too much money for you to be declining my card and not telling me, so you need to tell me why you declining my card right now. You're like, okay, calm down. Let's look at your account. Let's figure it out. Verify a couple things. Click, 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 boom, boom, boom. Pull up the account. So you got 17 cents in your account. No, I don't. I have $200,000. You got 17 cents, sir. That's why we declined your card. You've got 17 cents. Can you hear me? 17 cents, sir. That's your current balance right now. That's how much money you can spend right now. 17 cents. Why? Because that's your balance. You have 17 cents in your checking account. And then that's when you hear them fumble with the phone. Ooh, oh, hold on. Wait, man. Hold on. Just transfer some money from my savings account. It's like why you got to try to parade, sir? Just calm down. Count your money right. You'll be all right. It's cool. It's really cool. I promise it is. Like you don't even have to be going off on people like that. You know, just tell me what you want. Again, just tell us what you want. It don't require no attitude, no hooping and hollering, no fussing. None of that is even necessary. Just tell us what you want, and you can get it. All right? Now, here's the thing. That's it for today. But I want to know, what's some of your pet peeves? So check me out on Instagram or Facebook at Real Work Stories Podcast, and let me know some of your pet peeves about working with customers, because I know you got some. I just want to know. All right? But thanks again for tuning in to another episode of the Real Work Stories Podcast. I'm your host, Benjamin. Catch you next time. Peace.
Are you obsessed with your shoes? If not, then you probably don't have Rothy's. Because when you have shoes that are comfortable, washable, and come in tons of styles and colorways, obsession is basically mandatory. There's a Rothy's shoe for every occasion. Flats, sneakers, loafers, ankle boots, and more. Step up your shoes this spring with a new pair of Rothy's. For a limited time, get $20 off your first purchase when you go to rothys.com/comfort. That's $20 off at rothys.com/comfort.